Section 1. Your first step to a new career in insurance. Alright folks, let's talk about taking control of your future. You're here because you're thinking about a career in insurance in the great state of Mississippi. That's a smart move. This is a field where you can really help people protect their families and their finances, and you can build a great income while you're at it. But you can't just decide to sell insurance tomorrow. There's a clear path you have to follow, a set of steps laid out by the state. This guide is here to walk you through that path, one step at a time. We're going to make it simple and clear, so you know exactly what to do to get licensed and start your new career. Getting your insurance license is not like winning the lottery. It's about a plan. It's about diligence and doing the work. The state of Mississippi wants to make sure the people advising its citizens are qualified, knowledgeable, and trustworthy. That's why they have a process. It involves some learning, an exam, an application. It might sound like a lot, but we're going to break it all down. Think of it like a recipe. If you follow the instructions, you'll get the result you want. We will cover everything from the classes you need to take, to the test you need to pass, and what happens after. We're going to talk about the different kinds of insurance you can sell. You might want to help people with their cars, homes, property and casualty insurance. Or maybe you want to help them plan for the future with life insurance, health insurance. Each one has its own path. We will look at the requirements for each so you can choose the one that's right for you. We will also talk about the specific rules in Mississippi, because every state does things a little bit differently. This guide is your roadmap to getting that license in your hand. The goal here is simple: to get you from where you are now to being a licensed insurance professional in Mississippi. No confusion, no stress, just a clear, step-by-step plan. We'll go over the education you need, how to sign up for the state exam, what to bring on test day, and how to file your application. We will even cover what you need to do to keep your license active for years to come. So grab a notepad and let's get to work on building your new career. It's time to take that first important step. Okay, let's move on. Section 2. Who can get an insurance license in Mississippi? Before we dive into the steps, let's talk about who can get a license. The Mississippi Department of Insurance has basic rules. These are the starting blocks. First off, you must be an adult, at least 18 years old, non-negotiable. You're dealing with financial decisions for families. It's the first box to check. Next, you must be a Mississippi resident. Resident means a Mississippi address. Apply for a resident producer license. Out-of-state applicants apply for a non-resident license. Different process. For this guide, we focus on Mississippi residents. The state wants agents who know local communities. So, be a legitimate resident to start. Character matters. The state needs to know you're trustworthy. You'll handle money and sensitive information. Expect background questions on your application. They will check for red flags. Felony convictions for theft or dishonesty can disqualify you. Be upfront and honest on your application. In short, 3 gates. 1. You must be 18 or older. 1. You must live in Mississippi. 1. You must be an honest person with a clean background. If you meet these, you're eligible to start the process. Then choose your license, get your education, and pass the exam. These rules protect the public and the integrity of the insurance industry. Okay, moving along. Section 3. Step 1. Choosing your insurance license type. Now that you know you're eligible, it's time for the first big decision. You have to choose what kind of insurance you want to sell. This is step 1. You can't just get a generic insurance license. You have to get licensed for specific areas, which are called lines of authority. The main types in Mississippi are life, health and accident, property, casualty. Think about what interests you. Do you want to help families prepare for the unexpected loss of a loved one, or help them manage healthcare costs? That would lead you down the life and health path. Let's break those down a little more. A life license lets you sell life insurance. Annuities. These products help people plan for their financial future and provide for their families after they're gone. A health and accident license allows you to sell health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance. These policies protect people from crippling medical bills. Many folks decide to get both life and health together, called a life, health, and accident license. This lets you offer a wider range of solutions to clients. On the other side, you have property and casualty insurance. A property license covers things people own, homes, business properties. A casualty license covers a person's legal responsibility or liability if they cause harm to others, their property. A common example is car insurance. Most people get property and casualty together. It's about providing complete service. Section 4. Step 2. Complete your pre-licensing education. Once you've picked your license type, you can't just sign up for the test. Hold on. The state of Mississippi requires education first. This is Step 2. Complete pre-licensing education. Life, health, property, casualty. You must complete 20 hours per major line. Life, health, accident. Combined licenses require 40 hours total, 20 for life and 20 for health. Same rule for combined property. Combined casualty important update. Starting July 1st, 2024. This applies to life-only applicants. Life-only still needs a 20-hour course. The course now includes a 1-hour annuities section. Annuities are complex. The state wants you to understand them. Make sure your life course is the updated version. You have choices for completing hours. You don't need to sit in a stuffy classroom for 40 hours. Online courses let you study at your own pace. Study in the evenings, study on weekends, traditional classroom with a live instructor, live webinars, find an approved education provider. Check the Mississippi Department of Insurance website for a provider list. Pick the format that fits your schedule and learning style. Finish your course and receive a certificate of completion. Hold on to this certificate. It's your golden ticket. You'll need it to prove completion to the testing company and the state. The certificate is usually valid for 1 year. You have 1 year from completion to pass the state exam and apply. Schedule your exam once you have the certificate. Don't let that certificate expire. All right, that's the plan. Section 5, Step 3. You've done your coursework and you have your certificate. Now it's time for the main event. Register for and pass the Mississippi Insurance Licensing Exam. This test proves you know your stuff. Mississippi works with Pearson VUE to give these exams. You can't just show up, you must schedule in advance. Schedule online on the Pearson VUE website or by calling them. Create an account. Choose the specific exam you need, Mississippi Life, Mississippi Property and Casualty. You'll pay an exam fee when you register. Think of it as an investment in your career. Pick a testing center and a date. Pearson VUE has centers across Mississippi. Choose one nearby. Schedule close to when you finished your course so info stays fresh. Don't wait months and let it get stale. Put it on your calendar and start your final review. On exam day, bring 2 forms of valid, current ID. Primary ID, government-issued photo ID, driver's license, passport. Name on ID must exactly match your registration. No exceptions. Second ID, credit card, debit card with signature. They're strict. Double-check your wallet before you leave. Without the right ID, you'll be turned away and lose the fee. After the computer-based exam, you get results immediately. A score report appears showing pass or fail. Show pass. This is a huge relief. If you pass, congratulations, major milestone. Keep the score report. You'll need it for your license application. If you don't pass, don't give up. It happens. The report shows topic area performance so you can study smarter. Reschedule and try again. Get back to work and knock it out next time. Alright, let's make sure you're ready for the big day. A little planning goes a long way toward feeling calm and confident. We're going to create a simple checklist. The week before your test should be all about review. Don't try to learn new things. Go over your notes. Take practice exams. Focus on weak areas. Get a good night's sleep the night before. Don't stay up all night cramming. Plan your route to the testing center so you're not scrambling on the morning of the exam. Here is your checklist for what to bring on exam day. Marketing visual. ID, study, sleep, arrive early. First and most important are your 2 forms of valid ID. Government-issued photo ID. Secondary ID with your signature. Put them in your wallet the night before. Second, bring your certificate of completion from your pre-licensing course. Third, you can't bring anything into the testing room. No phone, no watch, no notes, no food, no water. They will give you a locker to store your personal items. So just bring yourself and your IDs. Now for a few simple tips for when you're actually taking the exam. Read every single question carefully. Sometimes one word can change the whole meaning. Don't rush. You will have plenty of time. If you see a question you don't know, don't panic. Make your best guess and flag it. You can come back to it later if you have time. It's better to answer every question than to leave some blank. Use the process of elimination. If you can rule out 2 of the 4 choices, your chance of guessing correctly goes from 25% to 50%. After the exam, whether you pass or fail, there are things to do. If you pass, get a copy of your official score report. Take a picture of it with your phone after you leave the testing center, just in case. Apply for your license as soon as possible. If you don't pass, do not throw away your score report. Look at the diagnostic feedback. Schedule your retake. Hit the books hard on your weak spots. Go back in there with confidence. You can do this. You passed the test. That is fantastic, but you are not an insurance agent yet. Don't you go printing business cards just yet. Step 4 is to formally apply for your license with the Mississippi Department of Insurance. You have 1 year from the date you passed your exam to complete this step, but there is absolutely no reason to wait. You should do this as soon as you can, while all your documents are fresh and ready. The sooner you apply, the sooner you can get your license and start helping people and earning an income. It's time to finish the race. The application process is done online. You have 2 choices for where to submit your application: SIRCON or the National Insurance Producer Registry. Everyone calls it NIPR. Both websites are official partners of the Mississippi Department of Insurance. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. They both get the job done. You will need to go to one of their websites, create an account, and select the option to apply for a new resident license in Mississippi. The online application will guide you through all the questions you need to answer. As you fill out the application, you will need to provide some information and documents. You'll need your personal information, your residential address, and your business address if you have one. You will also need to upload a copy of your pre-licensing course, certificate of completion, and a copy of your passing score report from Pearson VUE. The application will also ask a series of background questions about your history. You must answer these questions truthfully and completely. Hiding something is the fastest way to get your application denied. Finally, you will have to pay the state's license application fee. This is a separate fee from the exam fee you paid to Pearson VUE. You'll pay this fee directly through the SIRCON or NIPR website with a credit card, electronic check, when you submit your application. Once you've filled everything out, uploaded your documents, and paid the fee, you can submit your application. After you submit it, the Mississippi Department of Insurance will begin its review process. This includes conducting a background check. Now all you have to do is wait for them to approve it. Waiting for your license to be approved can feel like the longest part of the process. This is Step 5, License Issuance. After you submit your application through SIRCON or NIPR, the Mississippi Department of Insurance will review everything. They will check your background, verify your education, and make sure your exam results are in order. This can take anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on workload and any issues. You can check the status of your application online through the same website you used to apply. Once your application is approved, you will receive an email notification. Your license is now active. The state of Mississippi does not mail out paper licenses anymore. It's all electronic. You can go to the SIRCON or NIPR website at any time to view and print a copy of your license for your records. This is your official proof that you are authorized to sell insurance in Mississippi. Now you can get appointed by insurance companies, print those business cards, and start building your book of business. This is where your new career truly begins. But getting the license is not the end of the story. Now you have to keep it. This brings us to Step 6, maintaining your license. Your Mississippi insurance license is good for 2 years. To keep it active, you have to complete continuing education, or CE. Agents must complete 24 hours of CE every 2 years. At least 3 of those hours must be in the topic of ethics. This ensures that you stay up to date on new laws, products, and industry standards. It keeps you sharp and makes sure you are always serving your clients well. At the end of your 2-year license period, you will need to renew your license online and pay a renewal fee. You must have your CE credits completed before you can renew. The renewal period opens 90 days before your license expires. Don't wait until the last minute. If you let your license expire, you could face fines or even have to go through the whole licensing process all over again. Mark your calendar, get your CE done early, and renew on time. Being a professional means being responsible, and that includes maintaining your license. To wrap things up, let's go over some common questions that people have. A lot of folks ask, how long does the whole process take? The truth is, it's up to you. The biggest factor is how quickly you get through your pre-licensing education. Some people who study full-time can get it done in a week. Others who are working might take a month or 2. Once you pass the exam and apply, it usually takes the state 1 to 2 weeks to approve your license. If you are focused, you could be licensed in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. Another question is, what's the hardest part? For most people, the most challenging part is studying for and passing the state exam. The test covers a lot of information, including specific policy details and state laws that you have to memorize. This is not something you can just wing. The best way to beat the test is to take your pre-licensing course seriously. Take notes, ask questions, and take as many practice exams as you can. Practice exams will help you get used to the style of the questions and show you what you need to study more. People often wonder, what if I have a criminal record? Mississippi requires you to disclose any and all criminal convictions, even misdemeanors. A conviction does not automatically mean you will be denied a license. The Department of Insurance looks at the nature of the crime, how long ago it occurred, and your record since then. Crimes involving financial dishonesty, like fraud or theft, are the most serious. The best thing you can do is be completely honest on your application and provide any supporting documents or explanations they ask for. Hiding it is a guaranteed denial. The #1 source for everything is the Mississippi Department of Insurance website, www.mid.ms.gov. For exam registration, you go to the Pearson VUE website. For applications and renewals, you use CIRCON, NIPR. Following this guide gives you the plan. Now it's up to you to execute that plan. Study hard, be diligent, and you will achieve your goal of becoming a licensed insurance professional. You can do this. It's a worthy career, and the power to succeed is in your hands.